So I think I'd rather be cold than hot, but with that being said, like I hate ice and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm
Like
gonna look.
today, it's 25 degrees outside right now.
Yeah, feels too.
And if it wasn't windy, I could go out there in a t-shirt and shorts.
47 degrees feels like 49 in Seattle.
Okay, there we go. So there's no wind.
Yeah.
Feels hotter than it actually is. That doesn't happen here very often.
No, and we didn't even have an air conditioner.
Oh,
like nowhere had air conditioner.
What?
We just have fans because you don't need it. Yeah,
don't need it until you do.
And then everybody's buying all the fans up.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. Had a birthday party for one of our buddies today, so that was fun.
Baby beard.
Big old baby beard.
Yep.
Old googly bot. He's 41. He's older than us, kind of. Before we get into it, let's talk a little bit Christmas, right?
Yeah.
It's right around the corner.
Absolutely.
If you're looking at that big gift, but you don't want to break the bank, you need to head to CCICT.
Yeah, they're running this massive Christmas special right now. If you go to the Wichita Town East Mall, upstairs, you can get factory unlocked Apple Watches and iPads for like $150 off.
Factory unlocked iPhones.
Crazy.
Apple Watches, iPads. Some of those are $150 off. And don't forget to tell them that Cartridge and Quest sent you, because they're handing out free gifts when you tell them that. So just tell them Cartridge and Quest, you heard it here, and they're going to give you free gifts when you buy a phone. So check them out at Cellular Center ICT.
You can even call them 316-302-5611.
That's right. And so here we go. Kind of slapped.
Yeah, get those free gifts. Give them a call. Stop by. Grab some popcorn.
Get that tech. Save the money and be the Christmas hero.
Absolutely. Now let's play our intro.
Let's do ours, because it
also slaps.
It does slap. I know the guy that made it.
God, I bet he's hot as fuck.
It's episode 140.
It's 40 like us.
It is 40 like us. It's the 40th episode. We're 40.
Kind of love that.
We're doing it. We've got a special guest. Hopefully.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. Yeah, we'll see if he shows up or not.
Yeah, we'll see if he shows up. He's kind of flaky, I think. We'll see. But,
oh, wow.
I don't know. We'll see. But if he does show up, I think it's going to be a fun time, because he's funny. First of all. Second of all, I think he's got a pretty cool story. So we'll see if that happens. We'll break in breaking news if that shows up. But I wanted to start off just kind of talking a little bit about the Regent Theater, because they are showing Now You See Me, Now You Don't. And
I want to go see this so bad.
Have you seen the other two?
I have. Yeah, it's been a while, but...
So I don't think that I have seen the second one.
They're so good.
No, I agree. They're like the Ocean's movies, right?
Yeah, just way better.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah.
Oh, I like the Ocean's movies, but these are good. And so the first one was really good. It was I think the twist at the end was cool. I don't know why I wouldn't have seen the second one, but I just don't remember it if I did. But this is the third one in the series. Jerry's playing that this week at the Regent Theater. So
will it be on tomorrow night?
Go check him out. It's Tuesday when this is dropping, so it should be Thursday.
Thursday?
When that'll
okay.
be.
Maybe Thursday I go see this movie, and if you want to come hang out,
there you go.
Come watch the movie.
Go check it out at the Regent Theater in Wellington.
Hell yeah.
Let's talk a little bit of Retro Rewind.
Bet you won't.
As always, brought to you by the Regent Theater.
Retro Rewind, don't press stop. Pop culture is hitting the top. The 90s live again inside my Cartridge and Quest. It's Retro Rewind.
Got a little Thor action in there. He likes that.
Yeah, he's just jamming, I think. Well,
jamming out. He heard that music. He was like, heck yeah.
He said, let me in on that.
We got this. All right, Retro Rewind. We're going to talk a little bit of Dumb and Dumber. This movie hit theaters December 16th, 1994. And I seriously think this might be one of my favorite movies.
Instant classic, dude.
So funny. So many quotable lines. Just so much cool stuff and funny stuff that happened in this movie. Jim Carrey is so funny. And just, this was really, I think, kind of his breakout role. it kind of took him from being just a normal movie star to like big movie star.
Yeah.
It opened at #1, and it really just kind of defines that junior high, high school humor for like the rest of the decade. Just that stupid one-liner, dumb comedy.
And it's one of those things that like the lines in the movie have like stayed with us forever. And I feel like there's been movies or things that I've watched in the past, like, man, that was so stupid, whatever, I think that was funny. And like this is still one of those ones, like, you know, it's like I would still watch this and just think it's hilarious because it was just ridiculous.
Especially
like,
our group of friends. We say so many of these all the time without even like, you don't even have to think, oh, that's from Dumb and Dumber anymore. It's just like, that's part of what we say now.
Just randomly like, big gulps, huh?
Yeah, right.
Like,
and we're going to hear some of them. We're going to see some of the clips. But so a little bit of trivia on this one. Jim Carrey negotiated a $7 million salary, a record jump, because his other big, really funny movie had just hit and was doing awesome, and that was Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura Pet Detective was really funny too.
That took off.
It did. And the second one, that's one where the sequel might have been better. But When Nature Calls was hilarious. But the very first one was so funny with the dolphins.
Yeah.
You know, Finkel or Einstein.
Einhorn or whatever.
Yeah, whatever her name was.
God damn, yeah.
But so I didn't realize this until I started doing some research, but I rocked the bowl cut.
Yeah, I think everybody did for a while.
And it might have seriously been from this movie.
Yeah.
If you remember in this movie, when they find that suitcase full of money and they're just spending it just like crazy, and they're like, we're going to pay it all back. They go to get their haircut.
Yeah.
And that barber legit has a silver bowl on his head, and he's just cutting around it.
I can't imagine I ever had a bowl cut that was like, yeah, I want to look like Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber.
I know, but subconsciously, I feel like that's why we were doing it, was because of this movie. Why else would we have had that stupid haircut?
I feel like it was just one of those things everybody did. Like all the Mexicans with the Edgar cuts now. It's like you just do it because it's the thing and you just got to do it.
I think, Grandma knew how to do that, probably. Yeah. And no, I don't ever remember anybody putting a bowl on my head, but it definitely looked like that. You shaved it underneath. You had the longer, it was just, that was the haircut. So, so the question is, does this define road trip movies?
I mean, I would say so. Like there are a handful of like decent road trip movies, but by far this is like the one.
Yeah, I mean, just the hilarity that ensues when just at the very beginning, when you see the dog van that he spent his life savings on converting this van into a dog. And then he gets fired from that job, and he does this. It makes no sense that he's even driving that thing, all the way down to when they trade it in for a moped in Nebraska and have to get all the way to Aspen, Colorado. Just crazy.
Yeah.
And so I don't think it's in here, but one of my favorite scenes, and they bring it back towards the end of the movie, but when they're leaving their apartment and they're selling everything.
Oh gosh.
And he tells him, he's like, what'd you do with whatever the bird's name, Polly or Petey or whatever the bird's name was? He said, I sold it. And he's like, you sold a dead bird to a blind kid?
And he's like laughing, and then he's like, yeah.
And then they just cut to the scene with this blind kid petting a bird with its head taped back on. Like, dude, so funny.
Incredible. I always love the scene where he's walking out of the bar and he sees that old clip from like landing on the moon. He's like, we landed on the moon.
He's like, oh, that's amazing. Way to go.
God. I feel like I saw like later that was just like an ad lib.
Oh,
like he just walked by and just saw it.
There was so
like,
many things in this that were ad lib.
Yeah, I love that shit. That's
the funny. That's the funniest stuff. I mean, you can script comedy all day long, but the stuff that just comes out of nowhere is really the funniest stuff to me. So let's talk this first one. It's the most annoying sound.
Oh God.
The most annoying sound in the world.
And so if you haven't seen the movie, what have you been doing with your life? First of all.
Absolutely.
Second of all, that's the bad guy that's trying to catch them in this movie, and they picked him up, and he is just so annoyed with these guys, just like any of us would be. Like they are so annoying together, and I feel like that's probably how people feel when we're out. Like just with our friend group, it's like these guys are idiots. But
Yeah, we literally were just at a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
and I like was kind of making comments, and even like your wife was looking at me like, "Don't." Because there's people around. There's like real people around, not just internet trolls.
Yes,
like, it's
yeah, not people named Ed on the internet that are buttholes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
go ride your Harley and wear your Punisher shirt.
Go to dog
cool
shows,
guy.
you punk. Anyways, so the most annoying sound, that's pretty funny, but I think these get funnier as the movie goes. So the next one that I wanted to talk about was this one.
Guys? Oh, big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.
Dude, we say that like it makes no sense. I feel like this was definitely ad-lib too. It had to have been.
It's always just a transition for us.
Yeah, well,
you don't know what to say, and it's like, well, big gulps, huh?
Yeah,
and then you just leave,
because we don't want that awkward silence.
Yeah,
and then it's like, well, see you later.
Yeah,
and dude, yeah, this is just we use that so often, and it's just a hilarious line, and it works in so many different ways. I feel like, and it makes at least our friend group, it makes us laugh every time somebody says it.
Yeah.
So. Okay, we're kind of skipping around in the movie, but this one, I think we say this quite a bit too.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Absolutely ridiculous.
It is so ridiculous because what she says is he's like he's asking if there's a chance for them to go on a date, and he's like, is it like a 1 in 1,000 chance? And she's like, no, more than that. And she's like, probably 1 in 1,000,000. And he takes that as, so you're saying there's a chance.
So how incredible would that be, though, to live your life that way? Like somebody's flat out telling you to your face, like, there's the slimmest of chances in the world. And all you hear is like, there's still a chance.
You got it. Like this. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, yeah, I guess I was going to ask this of our guest, but he's not here yet. So I'll ask you, in military, cooking, whatever, is there something that stands out as your 1 in 1,000,000 shot where the odds were against you, but you pulled it off anyway?
I feel like it's my whole damn life. As far as like my cooking stuff is concerned, like it's, I love food and I feel like I have a pretty extensive food knowledge, but I feel like you get lucky one time and you get on TV or get some accolades, and then it's like things just keep building because, and I joke around with people about that, it's like, oh, I got lucky one time, and then people decide I have value now or whatever,
Sure.
But it's like, I understand that I do have a talent and I do put a lot of thought and time and practice into it.
Yeah.
But I mean, hell, Food Network is definitely my 1 in 1,000,000 for sure.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. It's just crazy to think that you got to do that. First of all, like that's just wild. And then second, just the opportunities that it opened and the things that you've been able to do since then. And even that was kind of a while ago, but it still matters. And that's the crazy part.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause it's one of those accolades that just doesn't go away,
right?
And that's
nobody can take
it's
it
cool.
away.
And I remember, like, it was like the first or second night I was there. I was literally on the rooftop of the hotel, like eating like some pastries from like just some shops down in New York. And I was just sitting there thinking, it's like, dude, the way I cook got me to New York, hang out with like Bobby Flay.
Right.
Like that is like the craziest thought to me.
It's so crazy. All right, so let's talk this next clip, and this is, I feel like one of the funniest lines in the whole
Absolutely
movie.
ridiculous.
Nice set of hooters you got there.
Excuse me?
I beg you.
So a little bit of context here. They're at an event where they have these snow owls, and she's part of the event, and he walks up next to her and tells her that she's got a nice set of hooters. And
The
it's
way
like,
she like clutched her
she
pearls
was
too, like, oh my.
and it's just like, dude, how do you not know that is not the thing to say?
Yeah.
But also, I feel like in the right situation, in real life, that's hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely. But how would she also not know that's what he was?
Yeah, exactly. How do you not know he's talking about the birds? And so we're not going to show this clip, but later on, like this is a charity event, right?
Mhm.
And they pop a bottle of champagne at this charity event,
God.
and it kills offs one of those owls, and it's just hilarious. Like you just see this thing and knock the owl out, and so. And they think everything that has happened, these guys are such idiots that the bad guys think everything they're doing is on purpose.
Yeah.
It's all on accident.
Like they're masterminds or something.
Yes, like they're such good bad guys, and they don't even realize that the bad guys are after them the entire movie. And so, yeah, nice set of hooters is funny. Okay, so
These next two, they're like my
the
go-tos
best, right?
all the time.
They're
like,
the best ones. I think they are the best
Yeah.
ones. So the first one,
Mistake, sir. Please. Oh, believe me, I would never do anything to offend a man of your size.
Kick his ass, Seabass!
And what's funny is I feel like somebody was telling me the story of like Seabass. Like he was like a hockey player or something like that. Like he's like some professional athlete who just happened to like get into the movie. I'm gonna have to look into it, but yeah, he has some sort of accolades though. So it was just
that guy that's playing Seabass is was an athlete or something.
Yeah, yep.
That's interesting. Yeah, no. So kick his ass Seabass is hilarious, dude. And so what happens is he spills the salt. Lloyd tells him,
"You spilled the salt.
You spilled the salt. That's bad luck. Take that salt and throw it over your right shoulder." And so he takes the entire salt shaker. And just chucks it behind him, and it hits
Who's
Seabass.
the dead man?
Yeah, who's the dead man? That's right. And then he gets up and he's like, "Kick his ass, Seabass." And that's just so funny to me. And I think I've said that in the last week.
Yeah.
When I saw something, watching a hockey game or something. And so
it says it was played by Cam Neely, the former NHL hockey star for the Boston Bruins.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah, that's super cool. And he plays that part well.
Yeah, he'd be ready for a fight for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And he was definitely big and mean looking. So, okay. I think this is the line of the movie.
I literally almost said this earlier, like
Really?
when we were doing the podcast.
Dude, it's so relatable. It's so, just.
Oh, yeah, it's right here. Samsonite. I was way off.
I knew it started with an S, though. It's just like, her name was Swanson. He actually says Swanson. And then
Slippy.
Yeah. Oh, it's probably on the briefcase. Samsonite. And we use that in real life all the time. It's just such a funny line because he's such an idiot. And I love it. It's great.
It is great.
It's the best. Okay. So let's talk a little bit of Madden because the last time we talked about this, we were talking about...
It's got to break, right? At some point, it's got to like not be a curse anymore.
We were talking about Brett Favre. And that one, they kind of tried to trick the curse, right? Because they used a guy that they thought was retiring and he was kind of already hurt. And so did it count? Did it not count? The next year, so for 2010, they brought in...
Oh, that was Troy Polamalu and Larry Fitzgerald.
Yes, they brought in two people.
That was fucked up.
And they thought, okay, it can't happen to both of them, right?
Yeah, except for it just turned into a 2 for the price of 1 event.
100%. And
I used to love Troy Polamalu. Like he was such a
he was
an amazing
great
athlete.
linebacker, dude. Like just
So
his hair. You remember his hair?
Oh,
you still
absolutely.
remember his hair.
My sister was convinced she was going to marry him.
Right, absolutely. So
she probably still would.
Yeah, I mean, so it was just a 2 for 1 because Polamalu, the curse hit him hard. He wrecked his knee only 5 games in.
Yep.
And the defending Super Bowl champs missed the playoffs.
Yep.
The curse was like, nuh-uh.
Yeah.
And then Fitzgerald, he thought he was safe because he made the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
But the curse has a long game, as we have found out. It'll always get you.
Playing chess, we're playing checkers.
That's right. He busted his ribs in the playoffs and was out. So, is this definitive proof that the curse is real?
I feel like anything after like 2 times is like definitive proof. You know what I mean? Like the fact that it's been going that long, like absolutely, like it's fucked. Like I would do my best as an athlete to be like, hey, you want to be on Madden? Fuck no. I absolutely will not.
No way. Like, look at this year. I mean, take it all the way to this year. Who was on the cover this year?
I don't even remember.
Saquon.
Oh, yeah.
What has Saquon done?
I mean, he's not hurt, and he's still doing okay. Yeah, that's true, because they have him doing, like, the reverse jump on the cover.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, with that being said, like, so, I mean, fuck, the Eagles were, like, a massive threat, and now they're just kind of not. So it's weird how that happens. Teams can be so just dominating, and then they're just,
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you know what they say? Fuck the Eagles.
Exactly. Always and forever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, screw the Eagles. Yeah, the Madden Curse, man, I think it hasn't not hit yet, and I think it's going to keep on going, and we'll keep on doing it until it stops.
Can you imagine being the person being like, I broke the Madden Curse?
I think it happens here in the next couple of times.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But we'll see. All right, let's get into a little bit of Cartridge Conundrum.
Bet you won't.
I bet I'm going to play the intro right now.
Powered by nostalgia and Player One energy. Cartridge and Quest forever.
All right.
Hell yeah.
We're diving deep into the history books, specifically the Kanto Pokedex.
That Kanto region, I like it.
Average trap? No, I said that and I didn't mean to. What we want to know is which of the original 3 starter Pokemon officially holds the very first designation, Pokedex entry number 001 in the North American release.
Goddamn.
Is it A, Charmander, B, Pikachu, C, Squirtle, or D, Bulbasaur? If you've got the answer, let us know in the comments, and we'll let you know at the end of the podcast which one it is. That's some nerdy stuff right there, bro.
Dude, okay, so we're going to talk about some nerdy stuff here, especially when it comes to Pokemon. There is a song that I heard that I was just floored by, and I knew my son would like it. I'm going to play it on here, but maybe I'll find a way to mute it and actually play the song if I can. But this rapper, Jinwaner, maybe. But anyways, he has some just really cool music. Let's see if I can do this.
Big man blast, big man blast, big man blast, big man blast, big man blast.
He just get it, and it's what's funny is he has a bunch of songs like Psyduck, Charizard.
Does he just say the name the whole time, or
No,
does he actually get into it?
He gets into it. Hitmonlee, like it's dude's really good, and it's funny because like you have to obviously be in like the whole genre of things, but like Big Man Blastoise, I'm like, God, that is such a good song.
That's great, yeah,
so fun.
It's so nerdy, and
Yeah.
I was never super into Pokemon, but it's always been around.
Yeah,
and I think there's people that are so into it, dude.
yeah,
And it's funny because you really get into it when it's boys for sure. I think it's like 11, 12 years old, and you just get into this thing.
And that's the hardest thing is like my son like got into it so hard, and he's like, you need to get into it with me. So I'm like, okay. So like I got a deck, and he got a deck, and then I was like beating his ass with my deck, and then he bought cards to beat me, and then I couldn't even touch him, so then I bought cards to keep up. So now it's at least a little bit more of a battle. But then he's like, okay, I need you to watch like some of the shows so you kind of understand the people and the culture and the whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I got into the show a little bit with him. But being a young kid, it's like, now I'm going to do Rubik's Cube. Now I'm going to do fucking scooters. Now I'm going to do like whatever, you know what I mean? They just get into like whatever they want. And I'm sitting here like, well, what the fuck happened? Like when they start doing the Dynamax and you know what I mean? Like,
I want to get into this.
So now it's like, now I got to be a fucking Pokemon nerd because like you got me into it and I got to figure this shit out because I need to know.
I'm going to finish this.
Now I got to figure out what the fuck's going on here because I just need to know.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now you're watching Pokemon on your own.
Yeah, and I even picked out my own favorite Pokemon because he kept asking me, like, what's your favorite? Who do you like? And, whatever.
I bet you he'll get back into it.
Yeah.
It'll come back around because, it's so big, and I bet he'll get back into it. I think my oldest went through a couple of Pokemon phases. So.
Well, that's cool because, like I said, December 20th in Wichita, there is a Pokemon event.
Oh, that'll be cool.
And I got us tickets to it, so we're going to go, and he's very excited about it.
Good.
So maybe it'll kind of like spark that again so we can keep watching the shows, and I don't feel like I'm just some asshole who's alone just watching this kid show, but it's a good time for sure.
No, that's fun. It's so funny. Like, we want to be good parents, and so that means we're going to get into what our kids get into.
Sure.
And they do have short attention spans when they're that age, and so it's like, are they going to stick with it or they're not? Oh well, if they don't, then we'll figure it out. But I think that's awesome that you're into it, and hopefully it'll come back around and you guys can get into it together. So.
With that, I want to know like what their favorite Pokemon are. Like, did you pick like one of the basic like initial ones, or you know what I mean? So like, if anyone's listening and they want to, maybe share their Pokemon and why they like them. Like,
I honestly think that mine has become, and it's purely because of something else. But I think my favorite Pokemon is Squirtle.
Okay.
Because there's a guy, and I've got him kind of displayed here. He's the Ninja Turtles guy, but he has created this whole thing with the Ninja Squirtles.
Oh, I saw that. That is very cool. I did like that.
I think I'm trying to see if I've got a Ninja Squirtle sticker here.
Yeah.
To show off.
I did love that. I remember the first time seeing that and be like, man, that is such a good idea.
Yeah, it's a super good idea.
Just to mix the genres up.
But yeah, Ninja Squirtle. I swore I had one of those around here somewhere, but so yeah, it's purely because of my love for Ninja Turtles that I like Squirtle the best, but Yeah, so I think let us know what your favorite Pokemon is. And if you're really nerdy, let us know like what region they're from and what type they are.
And I'll even say if someone can guess mine, like I will send you a gift. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but if anyone can guess mine, I mean, there's like a fucking million
there's
Pokemon.
a million of them, so it's a million to one guess. So
But
you're
if
saying
you-
there's a chance.
Yeah, guess it, and I will send you something. I promise.
Awesome. Yeah, let's go. Let's guess Foodie Mike's favorite Pokemon, and the first one to guess it on any platform gets something sent directly.
Maybe I'll send you some Wagyu steaks or something, like
What?
something fun.
Hey, I'm gonna have to do some digging to find this. Come up with a fake name. And
Yeah.
all right, let's get into a little bit more retro rewinds. This week, two big things happened 2 years apart, and so this is the week that pro wrestling chose violence. Okay, and so this isn't even on the run sheet, but I remember this happening right before the second one. So I'm going to say there was two big events that happened with titles getting tossed 2 years apart on the same day, or the same week. The first one, do you remember Alundra Blaze? Do you remember that name?
No,
Okay.
I watched a little bit of WCW, but not enough.
So Alundra Blaze was actually her WWF name.
Okay.
And then she came to WCW, and she was Medusa.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say, she might be the worst actor
Oh God,
that we have ever seen.
there's some bad ones in there though.
She might be one of the worst. And I'm going to play this clip, and we'll see it here in just a second. But this event, Medusa throws the real WWF women's title into the trash on live TV. Okay. And you don't remember seeing this?
No. Nope.
So this was right around the same time when Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were taking over, and she was the women's champion in WWF, and her contract was up, and they didn't renew it, and she still had the title. And those guys back then, and maybe they still do, they carry the title with them when they're on the road because it's theirs until they lose it.
That'd be cool.
She
That'd be
left the
badass.
company with the actual WWF title. And then she signed a contract with WCW, and she still had the title when she started and was on live TV. And so this was Eric Bischoff's real first shots fired for the Monday Night Wars.
That's crazy.
And
It's like, we got your belt. We just threw it away.
Yeah,
it's real.
So watch this.
Medusa. This is the WW Women's Championship belt.
Whoa! That indeed it is. Trash can.
And that's what I think of the WW Women's Championship belt.
Yeah, she was garbage.
Is that not so bad?
So bad.
Dude, that's so bad. Like she just brings that. I swear,
Hi, this is who I am.
It's like she's Napoleon Dynamite or something. Like it was terrible. Like this is the WWF Women's title.
And this is what I think.
It's like she was definitely reading the teleprompter.
Jesus.
It was so bad.
I'm gonna turn and be like, bitch, are you kidding me right now?
Like that is not what we discussed. But this was definitely Eric Bischoff's very first, like, just shots fired. We're showing the WWF we're for real, and we're throwing your belt in the freaking trash.
So this is what's crazy to me is like, I wonder if that like really pissed them off.
Oh yeah.
Or if they were like, oh, this is perfect. This is gonna spark a huge debate,
Both?
and it's gonna be, you know what I mean? Like,
I gotta believe it's both, because Vince McMahon was the ultimate showman.
yeah.
And so he was going to, one, be really mad about that, but two, he was going to turn that, and I don't remember how they clapped back, but he was going to turn that into something,
Yeah.
right? And so I don't know what they went back and forth on in that deal, but it definitely did both of those things, I bet.
Okay.
So yeah, bad acting, but you
Terrible.
know, just one of the things is like, oh man, this actually happened. Like that's the real belt, and she just threw it away, and that was just like, you just didn't do that. Like,
Yeah.
even no matter how disrespectful you want to be, you don't put the thing in the trash can. And so, yeah, way to go, Eric Bischoff, for like breaking all the rules.
It makes me wonder like how much that belt really costs. You know what I mean?
Gosh, I bet they're so. I mean, it's real leather, it's real gold.
I would
it's real
assume.
metal.
I would assume it's like expensive, but like even back then, where they're like, just get a fucking $30 belt and let's just, you know.
I mean, it's just a little tiny trash can. They pulled it out of there right as it was after
I'm
it was over,
sure,
but it's not like
yeah.
she threw it in a friggin' compactor.
Yeah.
Or what happened here in just a second when I talk about this one. But yeah, this was the Monday. I mean, this really began the Monday Night Wars, and the Monday Night Wars were so awesome. This was such a great time in wrestling. We've talked about that before, but what a time to be alive during the Monday Night Wars for wrestling. Like,
I wish I would have been more into like
Yeah.
WCW at the time, because I think it would have been like, it meant a lot more. You know what I mean? But
I mean, for me, it did. Like, kids today do not understand what it means to flip back and forth from USA to TNT and watch these two shows. You'd turn over at the commercial, you'd flip back, you hope you didn't miss something. I recorded them both. I had them both on VCR tape. I recorded both, so if something did happen, I can go back and watch it. I had two TVs stacked on top of each other. Like, this is a big deal to me, and so
it's still real to me.
It's still real, and you know, it faded as I got older and wasn't as big of a deal to me. But when I was in the 95 to about 2000-ish, this was a big deal.
Dude, there was nothing better than having a crazy ass Monday Night Raw and going to school the next day.
Yeah, and talking about it. Like, just everybody was hyped.
And I feel like that's where our generation now is kind of fucked, because it's like now you just start texting people and all that shit.
Right
it's
away.
Like,
yeah,
we didn't have that availability. Like, you go to school, like, I'm gonna fucking see him and we're gonna hash this shit out.
I'm wearing my DX shirt tomorrow.
We're gonna figure this shit out.
Yeah,
tell Miss So and So to fucking suck it. And
yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, it was awesome, and just that shared experience was so cool.
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I like even now about like Netflix shows that, like Stranger Things, where they're just doing these 4 episodes and you just get to talk about those until the next ones come out. A lot of people hate that. They just want to binge the whole thing right away. But for me, I like weekly shows. I like stuff that comes out once a week.
Dude, what's funny is I have a friend who, like, she was about to start this whole thing, but she's like, okay, but here's the thing. Like, you get 4 episodes, and then, like, after Christmas, they're going to have new episodes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch this one this day and this one this, so whatever. I was like, okay, I'm going to do the same thing you do, because I want to spread it out and I want to have something to look forward to.
Yep.
And then, so she watched the first episode, I watched the first episode, and I'm like talking about it, and she's like, oh, and so like I'm texting her as I'm like watching the episode.
Yep.
And I was like, oh fuck. And she's like, yeah, I can't believe like Hopper's missing or whatever. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's not. And she's like,
didn't stay to plan.
Yeah, she's like, oh God, like, I'm sorry, did I ruin that? You know, it's like, oh fuck, okay, well, you know. so anyways, she texts me a couple days later and she's like, God damn it, like, I just saw this spoiler, and it's like literally from like the last episode or something. She's like, it's something super important. I was like, well, don't fucking tell me, because obviously you were like fucking ruining this for me right now. So anyways, she's like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to like just binge the rest of it. I was like, okay, like I'm 100% like good to binge the rest of it, because after the first episode, I was like,
that thing,
I want to fucking watch it.
Yeah, I haven't seen the last episode still. Maybe I'll watch it tonight after the podcast.
It's so good.
But that whole thing, I love that show so much. I'm really kind of sad it's gone.
I know,
it's been around for so long, and it's just so cool, and they've done such a good job. But yeah, I mean, that shared experience is awesome, and you know, this being able to talk about it, like you said, going to school the next day and just being like, dude, and you freaking believe what happened.
I know.
Just being so amped to go talk to your buddies, because you couldn't text them after, you know, once we got into high school, yeah, we could MSN Messenger or whatever. But that junior high experience, like, man, there's nothing better. Okay, let's move to the birth of the Attitude Era. So Vince McMahon on December 15th, 1997, this episode of Raw. So I want to talk about what happened prior, and then we'll talk about what Vince did. But this was the time when 2 years later, after she threw that belt in the trash can from the rival company, we get Stone Cold Steve Austin wherever the heck he was. It was cold as hell, because he was breathing, and you could see his breath.
I've never seen the steam off his head.
He was on the bridge,
yeah,
and he's talking to The Rock, and he's got scuba gear. He's tossing it over the bridge. He's got flippers, and he's tossing them over the bridge. And then at the very end, he's like, and I don't care about the WWF either, and you can come and get your title. And he was the Intercontinental Champion at the time. And he just chucks that title over the bridge, and you just see it splash into the river. And it's like, holy crap, he just did that.
Yeah.
And that was the big payoff, because he was, again, like we talked about a couple weeks ago with Bret Hart, they didn't want anybody to beat him for the title, because he was such a big deal that if he got beat, then his heat was gone, and he wasn't going to be as good of a bad guy. So he had to get rid of it somehow. So he just throws it over there, and then pretty soon after that, it was him and Vince McMahon going head to head, and he was the WWF champion. But so that was kind of the same premise. 2 years later on that episode of Raw, with Stone Cold throwing the belt over. And then we get the Cure for the Common Show. And I don't remember if you remember seeing this, but Vince McMahon just comes on. He's in a suit, and he's just Vince McMahon. He's not Mr. McMahon. He's not flamboyant. He's not any of that stuff. He's just Vince McMahon. And he says, we think in the WWF that you, the audience, are quite frankly tired of having your intelligence insulted. And this was the official pivot from clowns and garbage men to the Attitude Era. And this episode of Raw was the very first time that they actually replaced the old WWF logo with that scratch logo that we all know and love.
Beautiful.
And so here's part of Vince's little speech.
We in the WWF think that you, the audience, are quite frankly tired of having your intelligence insulted. We also think that you're tired of the same old simplistic theory of good guys versus bad guys. Surely the era of the superhero who urge you to say your prayers and take your vitamins is definitely passé.
Such a shot at Hulk Hogan, who made him millions of dollars.
Yeah.
What I just feel like, what an arrogant a-hole.
Yeah.
For real. Like, that's probably how I felt back then, too. Like, screw you, Vince. Hulk Hogan's the best.
But with that being said, if he wasn't such an arrogant asshole, like, he never would have busted out of the regions that were kind of supposed to 100%. Stay into.
Yeah,
and...
no, like, he had to do it.
Yeah.
I get it. But, like, screw that guy.
Yeah.
And so, like, but he broke that fourth wall and really, like, showed us that because he talked about soap operas and Jerry Springer and Seinfeld and Friends and all the TV shows and all the stuff that was scripted, right? And to this point, this was real to me, damn it. And it wasn't as real anymore, but what we were gonna see from that point on was a more reality-based wrestling, which made it feel even more real because he said this.
Yep.
And it's just weird, like, how it worked out, because what this should have done was been like, oh, shoot, it's not even real. Why are we going to watch anymore? But what it made us do is start looking at these guys as, like, real guys, and they're really fighting, and they're really in feuds, and stuff's really happening. We don't know what's real, and we don't know what's fake.
That's the brilliance of, like, Vince McMahon, though. It's like, like, he could come out and basically just say, like, hey, this is all fucked up and stupid. Right. Like, we're going to do it more real now. Yep. And then that just made it like, oh, God, like, this is so much better because now it's not all fake and stupid. Like, now it, like, means something.
And it's crazy to think that, like, you have to pick a point in time to do that. And you have to know when your audience has grown out of what it was. And this was the perfect time to do that because kids my age in 1995 or 1997, I was 12 or 13 years old. And it's like, yeah, I grew up from the 90s watching these guys and watching these superheroes and watching Hulk and Macho Man and Ultimate Warrior and all these flamboyant, crazy characters. And now we're moving into The Rock and Stone Cold and, I mean, The Undertaker just to a certain extent and Shawn Michaels and these guys that were more real characters and kind of used real names and
just more edgy in general, because The Undertaker was around. But it's like things just got like more fucked up once they decided like, hey, we're just going to put the attitude into it. And all of a sudden, like he's doing buried alive and fire matches and
throwing
like,
people off of cages.
Yeah, that dude. That nothing will ever top like the Mankind like
so
battles.
Crazy,
and I don't know.
So crazy. Man. Like it's just crazy. So yeah, I definitely feel like when this happened, I was the same way. I was like, screw you, Vince. Hulk Hogan's the best. You better not change my wrestling. But he did. And I feel like it was better.
Everyone was
sure
so much better off.
Yes,
like with what had
the
happened.
Attitude Era is for my money, it's the best era of any wrestling era ever. Yeah, that's it.
I love that.
All right, this is the last part. We're gonna finish off the Retro Rewind segment with something that happened on December 16th and 17th, 1993, and this is back to some video games. So. We're going to do a little moment of silence for the Sega CD and a game called Night Trap. Now, I don't know if you remember this game.
I don't know that I do.
It definitely had a resurgence about 25 years after this event. But this one's hard to explain, but let's go through this and then I'll start to try to explain what this thing was and why what happened. So on this day, Toys R Us officially caved to public pressure and announced that they would cease selling the game Night Trap for Sega Genesis and Sega CD. They pulled it from all their shelves nationwide. That wasn't it though. Jeffrey the Giraffe was not the only one that caved. Literally the next day, December 17th, KB Toys, which that's a pull from the past. KB Toys.
Yeah, I'd read that. I was like, oh God.
Followed suit and yanked it too.
Yeah.
It was a full-blown retail purge. And so last week, we talked about Joe Lieberman and Cole taking this to the government. And
ESRB.
They said, the ESRB. They claimed that this game was trapping and offing women. And the augurs, which were these guys were vampires in this, and I'm going to show some clips here, or at least some pictures of this game, and you're going to see that these guys were literally weird guys dressed in black trash bags, waddling around. They didn't have fangs. They had these weird claw sticks, and they were just trying to capture people in this house that had a bunch of traps in it so that they could.
Yeah, I want to see this.
It's weird. So the panic, this panic is a direct reason we have the ESRB rating M system today. So let me show you some stills from this, because this is so stupid what they were claiming was happening in this game that actually wasn't. Here's the weird thing, okay? It's kind of hard to wrap your mind around, because this wasn't really a video game, okay? You're looking at this picture, and this is live action. These are real people. This is real scenes, okay? You're in a house, and you're a undercover agent, and you have all these cameras that are positioned in this house. All right. And so you can see over here on the right-hand side, you've got these rooms, and these are all the camera angles that you have of this house. Your goal is these augurs, these guys in these black suits that you see in the picture, are vampires, and they are infiltrating this house. Your goal is to move around these cameras and catch these guys when they are in specific spots in the house, and there's a trap there, and you get to push a button and trap them.
Huh.
The crazy thing about this is all 9 of these scenes are happening at the same time. So you're missing stuff as you're moving around.
Oh God.
So when you move to the living room, there's still stuff happening in the backyard and in the bedroom and in the living room.
That's crazy.
And you're not seeing any of that stuff happen while you're watching what you're watching. And so you have to kind of be watching around all over the place to find where these guys are and where they're in specific spots so that you can push that button to trap them. I mean,
it sounds interesting.
Sounds awesome, right?
Yeah.
It's a really cool premise. They just did not execute it well because it was such bad acting. Like, this might be worse acting than Medusa.
I don't know.
It was just so bad.
Impossible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So, you can see here, you're in one room. These two augurs are trying to figure out what's going on. In this spot right here, what happens in the game is that bookcase actually spins around and traps those augurs, and they go in and they're off. They're done. You caught them.
So sounds cool to me.
Yeah. Pretty kind of cool, but early 90s.
Yeah.
They didn't have the best scripts. Okay, so here you can see we're at 108 on the clock, and this access code is blue. The access code changes. I have no idea what the access code even ever meant, because you didn't ever mess with it really. And then this meter is the meter for how close they are to the trap. And once that meter hits red or yellow, you can push the button, and it goes to a cutscene of you trapping that augur. And then it goes back to what you were looking at, and the augur's gone, and you have to move to another scene and catch another augur. Okay, so you can see this trap door opened. We caught that guy. We're at 8 of 8 now. There's like 97 of these things that you have to catch.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy. So here's another one. You can see that meter is at red. He's about to get caught. You're about to push your button, and he's going to go into that trap door, and you're going to catch that one.
What's crazy is seeing this. Like, I'm sure at the moment, like, everybody's like, God, did you see the graphics on that?
Right.
That was crazy.
Well, this was so graphic.
Yeah.
That the ESRB was like, holy
Lieberman's
crap,
like,
these kids are
no.
going to start offing people for real,
yeah,
because of what's happening in this video game.
Yeah.
So this,
oh God.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of ladies in sports bras in this thing throughout the whole deal. And these augurs are trying to catch them. And that's your whole point, is you're supposed to be saving the girls. Okay. And so this scene specifically is one where they said real people are getting offed, and we can't have that in a kid's video game.
That's crazy.
Nothing happened to this girl. She's
an actress.
She's an actress. And they didn't even actually take her, because we catch her we catch these two guys when they go up the stairs, because those stairs are a trap. And so nothing.
I'm just saying they're worried about the wrong shit, because 12-year-old me being like, man, that shoulder kind of looked like a boob, and now I'm bricked up. Like,
yes,
they were worried about the wrong thing.
Agreed. So they were definitely worried about the wrong stuff. And here's the funny thing: Nintendo came out in 1993 and said, we will never have Night Trap on our system.
Huh.
And they didn't until 25 years later, and they brought it to the Nintendo Switch.
God.
Because it just wasn't bad. Like, Mortal Kombat was way more graphic than this. It just wasn't real people.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this was definitely a cool idea. Definitely, I feel like if they did something like this today, they could do a really good job at it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it was just kind of innovative. When I first started thinking about this, I was like, how's this working? What's happening here? But it was real live action in real time. The crazy thing is this thing had 2 Sega CD discs, and you got to a certain point in this, and it said, put in the second disc.
God.
So you had to take that disc out, put this one in, and then you got to go for the second half.
That's wild.
So pretty crazy. And that's the end. That's the new and improved Retro Rewind. What do you think?
I like it.
Pretty cool. Not so all over the place, right?
Very entertaining. I loved it. I was captivated the whole time.
So this is time for the mid-roll ad, and we're going to talk a little bit about somebody that hasn't given us a dime yet.
Oh, shit.
Which is Audible.
Where's my money?
I didn't even get the $20 I thought I was going to get for paying the $3 I paid.
Oh, God.
I don't know where that went. But whether we get paid or not, it's still a really good deal for those first 3 months. And you only have a couple days until that deal runs out. So
3 months for 99 cents.
3 months, 99 cents a piece.
It's worth a shot.
You can get Audible Premium. You can go get 3 premium books and then thousands of other books that you can read for any time you want from Audible. Go check out our website. There's a link there. It says Audible promotion. Click on that.
Maybe we'll get money. Like we don't know yet.
But I guarantee you will thank us, because 3 months of Audible for $3 is a heck of a deal.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get to read some stuff over Christmas break
or listen to it.
And yeah, so thank us later. All right.
You know what time it is.
It is that time again for your favorite game show. What are those damn kids saying? So, it's time again for What Are Those Damn Kids Saying?
Have you ever asked yourself, what are these damn kids saying?
So we've got 2 more 2025 slang words for you. And we are going to try to figure out what these damn kids are saying. And then we're going to try to also figure out what that would have meant in the 90s.
Do I have an actual code word this time?
We have no code words again.
Okay.
So we get to come up with them on our own. I pick mine, you pick yours.
Okay, you go first.
I am going to pick margarita.
I'm going to go with Modelo.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Margarita and Modelo. Okay. So here is number 1. And go.
On God/ONG.
On God /ONG, Modelo, he says.
Like, seriously, for real. What would it have been in the 90s, though? This is where I struggle, because you can't say no cap, because that's kind of the same thing here. Fuck, I don't know. Don't you have like a spreadsheet or some
Keep
bullshit?
on trying to figure it out.
Okay, I don't know. I can't even fucking think, to be honest.
Did he go off script on me? Because I don't have on God.
No. I know we had something that meant like seriously, or I just can't think. Maybe we just need people to comment and say like, hey, what did you need to say to show that you were being honest?
Yeah, okay. So what about I swear?
I mean, that's just fucking obvious.
Or
I'm being serious, guys.
For reals.
For reals. Yeah. I mean, that's a good one.
I don't know. But let's hear what it means in today's slang.
Okay.
Swear it's true. Or they just say it to sound dramatic.
Yeah. On God. I feel like we probably said on God back then at some point.
Where's Truett?
He didn't want to record it, so he did this in AI.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know, that son of a gun.
I didn't mean it, Amanda.
I mean, whatever.
No, you got it. You nailed it.
You got it. Okay, so yeah, I feel like he went off script because he didn't use my spreadsheet here. He's killing my segment. This kid, he's grounded. I'm grounding him. I'm taking his Xbox away.
Bet you won't turn it off right now. He's probably not in here, is he?
Yeah, I'm taking his computer
taking his girlfriend away.
His girlfriend. All of that stuff. Okay, let's go with number 2. Giat. I say margarita. I'm going with badass.
Yeah. It actually stands for God, your ass thick.
And fat was pretty hot and tempting.
Yeah, so fat was ours for sure.
Fat, yes, exactly. So let's see. Giat. Is Giat on here?
For sure.
God dang it. boy, he totally went off. Can't believe he did that to me. It's definitely fat, though. Like,
Yeah, it's
without
fat,
question,
100%.
yacht is fat. Right?
Yep.
I mean, we know that one for sure.
It's funny to think that, like, back in the day, if you told a girl she had a fat ass, she'd be so offended and hurt. And it's like, now it's like, no, you don't have a fat ass. She'd be like,
oh, I wanted it. These girls.
That Nicki Minaj donkey.
Yeah, what the heck? That Kim Kardashian badonka.
Yeah, there you go. That's probably better.
And it's had so many names because badonkadonk, like that.
Yeah.
And that's from a freaking country song, right?
I don't know that it was from it, but I think that definitely was something they adapted.
Apple bottom.
And that's why I say donk now. I say donkey,
donk.
you know, because
You got
I even
that
talk about
donk?
my dog. Is like, damn, my dog got that donkey, you know, smack him in the butt. God.
That's hilarious.
He's probably so fucking embarrassed.
He's like red face. He's brown, but you can see it.
He's brown like me. We can still get red.
Well, that didn't go as well as planned, but that was another episode of What Are Those Damn Kids Saying?
We still did it.
We did it. We got there. We'll clip it up. All you people seeing it live, you're seeing the raw us. This is really us.
Raw as fuck.
This
We're
is
raw
us,
dogging
raw
life
AF.
right now.
Raw dogging. What are these damn kids saying?
Yeah.
So, you know
what time it is. I'm ready.
it is. Once again, we're gonna get into this weird guy's brain
Just a
and
little
figure
taste.
out what's on Mike's mind.
Just a little bump.
Little
Something to keep you coming back.
In these modern frantic days, so what's on Mike's mind? Let's drop the needle on the track. A thought from way back when there ain't no turning back. Yeah, what's on Mike's mind? A memory, a quest, a point of view. For the cartridge and quest crew, we sharing it for you.
a little reference to record players in there by dropping it on the track.
Yeah, so the interesting thing is if you actually watch this intro, like this guy's doing like this handstand and
He
he's
morphs.
Like, yeah, he completely
He's AI morph. That is AI slop.
flips his body around
yeah,
like
he
his
morphs.
knees are backwards.
100%. That is
whatever.
AI slop.
Doesn't even mind. That's
Whatever.
I
Don't look too
care.
close.
Yeah,
people.
just don't even mind that. It's fine. But anyways, we got to get back into this whole would you rather thing because
Yes,
I
it's
think
funny, dude.
I think it's too much fun.
It's great. I love it.
I think part of the fun for me is trying to think of just completely just like insane situations. So I thought this one was really good. And like I said, it's one of those things you got to stop and think about to make sure you know what you're
All right,
you're getting yourself into. So would you rather have like the absolute worst timing on like just raging erections?
Oh, I did not think you were going that way.
Yeah, no, like you walk into a
Just
bank, like you're at a funeral.
worst boner
like,
time.
Yeah, exactly. Like something
Okay.
just super fucked up happens and you're pitching tent in front of everybody.
Oh, no.
Or
Nothing to see here.
yeah. Or anytime anyone greets you whatsoever, you have to shout the N-word. And
Oh,
it-
no.
And it's not
There's
even like
only
it's like
one answer.
and it's like there's not even like it's a law. It's just something that just happens. Like
No, there's one answer.
I mean, I agree, but how bad would that be? You're at a funeral, like your friend died, and you're like have your hand on the casket, and like
Dude.
you're just pitching tent, and you turn around, and
I know, but if that's the two options, I would just have to explain it every time.
okay,
Like
imagine.
I had two choices here, and I made this one.
Okay, so imagine you're at like your son's school doing a career day, and you're standing in front of a bunch of
Oh
kids.
my gosh! But you know how many people are going to greet you at that school?
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
but at least then you can say, "I have Tourette's. I'm sorry, I can't help it." But it's like the
My
worst.
teen has Tourette's. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
I even
And my
said
other
that.
option was I had to say the N-word when you said hi to me, and I wasn't going to do that.
I was explaining this to someone else, and I was like, "Could you just say you have like penis Tourette's? Like he doesn't know what he's doing. Like he just does
He has a
it."
mind of his own. Yeah, that's what they all say, pal. Put it away.
So no good situation there, but I
There's
would
no
love
good-
to hear from people. Like, what do you think? Like what? Because
Dude, that is a bad situation either way.
yeah,
And a boner in public is super embarrassing.
yeah,
But it's I don't feel like it's going to get you beat up.
yeah. I don't know. It's just bad either way. Like there's no way around it. And there's people who are like famous now for having like Tourette's. You know, like they're on TV shows
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
that one girl, she's really famous.
But they're not yelling the N-word though.
How is she like if she really has that, how's she not saying that sometimes?
I don't know. Like it really makes me wonder because I feel like I saw her like go into like an airport or something. She's like, I got a bomb. It's like,
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh, dude.
yeah, she was just like, get me out of here. You know, it's like she even knew like this is a problem.
Like if it's in her brain, she's saying it.
God. So yeah, that was one that I definitely
That's bad.
That's a tough one.
That's
so
a really hard
for
one.
real, if you're listening,
I mean, I don't
please
think it's a
comment.
hard choice. There's only one thing hard.
It's my choice.
It's my choice.
God. And with that being said, I want to know like what do you think is the worst situation like to have that that happen.
I mean,
'Cause
it would. I feel like it would have to be something like you get. What if it wasn't always, but it was only when you were embarrassed about something?
I'm just saying it's bad timing regardless.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I think it's got to be something like what you said. Either it's like it's show and tell day at this kid's school, because then you just look like a friggin' perv.
or grandma just died and
Grandma's
you're at
dead
her
and they ask you to
bedside
speak.
and you stand up.
Yes, they
It's
ask
like,
you to say a word.
bro, what the hell are you
Or,
hard right
like
now?
you're in front of all the people and they ask you to say grace at Christmas.
Yeah, it's like, we're gonna have this Thanksgiving meal. Trav, do you mind?
Like,
no, I
"Oh,
got
I
this.
guess so."
Knocking over the gravy and shit. Anyways, Jesus Christ. That's a nice little segue.
That's
Speaking of
great.
food, I talk about this a lot, and it's always just funny to me. But
Yeah.
I think about just some of the wildest shit that I've had. And I say white people food. I mean, I'm half white, so I don't want anyone getting all fucking bent out of shape about it. But I feel like white people food can be so fucking crazy.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I literally was at my mom's recently, and she had like something out, and I was like, God, it reminded me of something grandma used to make. She used to take like saltine crackers, spread some mayo on there, and put like a slice of like Velveeta that you're like slicing from
What?
like the block. So it's literally like crackers, mayo, and Velveeta.
Oh,
And it sounds fucking awful, but it's actually like good. You know what I mean? So it's like there's probably shit that people like grew up with. Like, oh,
Yeah.
everybody didn't eat that?
yeah.
It's
Oh, I
like
guarantee it.
just crazy fucked up combinations. And it
Like
made
I
me-
remember, I'm 100% white.
Yeah, all white.
I'm
baby.
all white, and I remember at my grandma's house, I would put sardines on a saltine cracker.
Yeah, to me that doesn't sound so bad. 'Cause, I
Really?
mean, even now you have like you go to seafood restaurants and they have
Yeah.
oysters. You know, they give you
Yeah.
crackers with the oysters and stuff.
Sure.
So at least it's kind of like a seafood thing. But I like sardines. Like I remember
know-
my dad would eat them too, and my grandma would. And
Something that this reminds me of. We were in the South, Florida, Louisiana, somewhere.
you
We
know,
were
it's
at a
gonna be
hotel,
bad. Yeah.
and we had waffles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was Louisiana. It was in Orlando. And
Definitely Louisiana. It was Orlando.
Louisiana, Orlando, and I was at a hotel and I had waffles, and I asked if they had peanut butter.
They looked like you were
That
crazy.
dude looked at me like I said the N-word.
like I had a
real.
raging erection just
Yeah,
standing in
he
front of him.
No, he was like, "You want what for that?" And I
Are
was
you
like,
kidding me right now?
"Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was very Southern dude, and he was like, "You want what?" I was like, "Peanut butter would be great on this waffle," and he's like, "No, we don't have that." And I was like, "I love peanut butter
I
on
said,
pancakes."
boy, you
and
gotta
waffles.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah, like this is not your place. And so, yeah, that's one that like I don't think everybody did that.
Yeah. But to me, that doesn't sound so crazy. And I remember I never had that my whole life until like I dated a FIOC.
Really?
You know what I mean? So
That's
like,
our thing, huh?
yeah. So it must
So-
be a FIOC thing. And
Some of the other weird things, I don't know if this is white people stuff or not, but like we were poor as poor,
Mhm.
and sometimes we only had butter and tortillas.
oh, that's a Mexican thing, bro.
Is it?
That's a Mexican
Dude,
thing.
wave.
The difference though is you had like Lupita fucking tortillas. You know what I mean? Like,
Whatever you could get on Wick, whatever you
Yeah.
got free from
Abuela was like making our
Yeah,
tortillas and then throwing
sure.
some butter. And then here's the thing: get that hot butter on there, sprinkle a little bit of chicken nor on there, and roll that bitch up.
See, we
I
didn't have
promise.
no chicken nor. We had butter.
Well, it's because we put that
tortillas.
shit in everything.
Oh, yeah,
like
sure.
Mexicans, like yeah,
Yeah, sugar. Oh, that's the other thing I
the
did.
Mexicans would do that too.
That's
for
the other
sure.
thing I did.
Yeah.
Toast with peanut butter and sugar.
So now we're getting all brown on the shit. Have you ever rolled a hot dog inside a tortilla?
What?
Shit, little Frankito action, it'll fuck you up. For real. But that's not what we're here.
That's hilarious.
That's not what we're here.
Yeah, we're not talking about brown food.
We're not talking about brown food. We'll get into brown food, and I love my brown food. But it made me think about like just even like white shit I either grew up with or things that I started doing like the struggle nachos. You know what I mean? Like where you got that fake ass cheese and you're putting it on chips and you microwave.
Yes, and then you
You-
pull it, and then
yeah,
either-
it's all
either the
one ass
comes
chip.
or the whole cheese comes.
And in my case, I always put it on a paper plate, so I get like half the fucking plastic of the plate on there. You know what I mean? On a single ass chip. But
Struggle nachos, I love.
with that being said, though, it's still so fucking good. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
sure, in a pinch.
Is it because like that was just what we were raised on? But whatever the case, one thing that I started doing that I was like, man, this is pretty fucking white, but I love it. I started putting pickle juice in my chili
Gross, dude.
when I make chili. No, it sounds terrible.
It does, and it is.
That no, I'm telling you, it will change your fucking life. You put that little pop of acid in there, like
What?
sure
Use
you could.
jalapeno juice.
And that's what I'm saying. You could use jalapeno juice. You could use vinegar even or whatever. But like pickle juice to me,
Juice, man.
it's like you don't even taste the pickle to it. You just get this
Yeah, I could
acidity
see
that
it.
it's the brine and everything.
Maybe.
I'm telling you, it is a game changer as far as chili goes. But yeah, you start using pickle juice in your chili, and
Man,
it would change your life. But like, I kind of got onto it because, like, I was making fun of these like situations where I've seen people bring shit to Thanksgiving. It's like, oh, it's a Jell-O salad. It's got fucking lettuce and fruit and mayonnaise in it. And I'm like, white people will put raisins in fucking
That's
everything.
where I was headed with you, because you say that crap all the time, and you are on point with that,
dude.
Like, do not put a raisin in my bread pudding,
dude,
ever again.
With that being said, I love raisins. To me, raisins in bread pudding makes sense, at least because it's a dessert and there's fruit.
No.
And that makes sense. But it's like, I've literally seen people put like shredded cheese into Jell-O. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's the craziest white shit ever.
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
Why's it got to be white people?
That's what I'm saying. And then, so I've met some new people recently, and they actually made the comment, they hear I'm a travel chef, and they're like, well, we're more of a salt and pepper family.
What
and
does
I'm like,
that mean?
The only two seasonings
That's
they
it?
know is like salt and I had to explain to them, I was like, dude, when I moved to like my new house, like I literally had this giant Rubbermaid container.
Yeah.
And it was completely full, heavy
Yeah.
as fuck, just full of seasonings,
Yeah.
different seasonings.
Yeah, I'm no cook, but my wife's a heck of a cook, and we have lots of seasonings in there.
Dude, I'm telling you, she dropped off some gumbo for me,
Gosh,
or
that
you
was
did, I
so
guess.
good, yeah.
And the bread that was with it.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that
so
sourdough she made.
it was so fucking good. Very good.
Dude, that gumbo was delicious.
It
I
was,
swear
yeah.
I was in Louisiana.
I was just eating a little bit of it, but like with that being said, I've been telling you, like, we need to like smoke like some chicken thighs.
Yes.
And then do like some sausage and stuff, and then make a roux and like use all that smoked meat, and I think it would be so fucking fantastic.
Dude, that sounds so delicious.
So we'll have to do that
I
soon.
love it.
But that was kind of like my take on just a few like white people things that I remember, and even like my stepmom, which she like occasionally catches clips of this, so I hope she sees this.
Yeah.
She would make these fucking like morning bologna boats.
What?
She would put like bologna into like muffin tins and like crack an egg into it. So it's like you have this like fried bologna egg kind of breakfast thing.
I mean, it doesn't sound bad.
It's not bad, but it's like, that is white as fuck.
What are we just? Were we just poor and we were trying to figure
I think
what we have
that's
in the
right.
fridge?
But the crazy thing, that's generally the best food. You know what I mean? Like all the best foods, like made of necessity,
yes,
always end up being the best. Like
Yeah.
fucking barbecue. Barbecue
Right.
was just poor as fuck food. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Like, and then look at it now. You can't
Yeah.
get a brisket for less than like $20 a
right.
pound.
and
You know
it's
what I mean?
You
Like
go to
a
a
cooked
barbecue
brisket.
restaurant, it's crazy expensive.
Yeah. So it's like really the best food is built out of necessity, and then it just turns into something just huge.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, that's another one of what's in your mind. That's always a wild ride.
Yeah, it is. It's a wild place in here.
So let's talk about the conundrum, because the
Okay.
answer to the conundrum, number D,
Number D, baby.
Bulbasaur.
Hell yeah.
I feel like that's your favorite. That's your favorite.
It's not.
Oh,
But we're going to leave that open.
dang it.
If
It's
somebody can
not.
guess my
So-
favorite, I'm going to send you something.
So Bulbasaur is the number one
Mhm.
in that Kanto region Pokedex. Number one. The
That's
very
incredible.
first Pokemon in the Pokedex, number 001, is Bulbasaur.
Wow.
If I had to guess, I would have said 100% without any question that it was Pikachu.
See, I thought that
even Charizard or something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
But Charizard's an evolution, right? So
Yeah.
he couldn't be. Because how would he
Oh,
have
that's
evolved?
true. Yeah, he's not a starter. What am I thinking of? Who's the original? Charmander?
Mander.
Charmander. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Million.
Fuck Charmeleon, though. Nobody
He's just
talks about
he's just a little
Charmeleon.
teeny bopper. Nobody cares about
Yeah.
him. So, yeah, Bulbasaur is the answer to the conundrum. And if you got that one, you might just be a nerd.
Yeah.
So,
Special thanks to our guest tonight.
Yeah, thanks for showing up, Zacho, you butthole.
Tell you what, if he was Army, he
kidding.
would have been here.
We're live still, and Zacho's not a butthole. We will get him on the podcast. So it's awesome for him. He got called last minute.
Last minute show.
He had a last minute show. He's a stand-up comedian, and we will definitely get him on the podcast because
Yeah.
he seems super funny.
Super funny guy, and
he was
I
in the
know,
military. I think he's right around our age. He's like 38, 39.
but he's Air Force.
And he was an Air Force guy, which is a negative on him, but we'll get him on here. We'll talk
Yeah.
to him, and that'll be a fun time. I've got some good questions for him. So check us out on the socials, Cartridge and Quest, everywhere you can find the socials. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcast,
My OnlyFans.
YouTube. Mike's it's in progress. It's still got a 304 page on it, but
We'll figure
we'll
it
get
out.
it. We'll get it up there. I don't know if it's going to be feet, hands.
Feet on hands. I
Feet
don't know.
on hands. We don't know yet, but we'll figure that out. You guys let us know what you want to see. And check us out. everywhere that you can. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a comment. All those things that let the social media people know that you like what we're doing.
Yeah.
Even if you're an Ed, let us know.
Be a dickhead.
Yeah.
Dickhead.
A dickhead. Be a dickhead and leave us a bad comment.
Cruise by in your Harley and just talk about
go to a dog show and F yourself, pal. Yeah. Okay, so that is the end of another episode.
Peace out, motherfucker.
Keep it rad. Peace.